video of it since you already have one of me playing it at Verve?
Yeah. Maybe it's the way you look in your feathered cap. The fact that no one is sitting on your lap. It's been a rough day full of mud and mud. My hair is frizzy and my feet really hurt. But you still look smooth out of your garb. Most guys around here don't get that far. You glance at me and you give me a wink. This is the kind of thing that makes me think, oh, it could be a friend fair romance. I love how you look in your tiny pants. It could be a friend fair romance. It's not period to hold hands. Maybe at the end of the day, I'll let you unlace my corset, and only in a purely non-sexual way, because I want you to be the only thing that takes my breath away. Used to have a thing for Kyle the Slayer, but I heard that he was kind of a player. And he got a disappointed look on his face when I told him that I wasn't underage. You're different, you're pretty suave. I heard from Sarah that you have a real job. You even gave me a leather rose. You have an iPhone full of Shakespearean prose. Oh, it could be a friend fair romance. Love how you look in your tight pants. It could be a friend fair romance. Not period to hold hands. Maybe at the end of the day, I'll let you unlace my corset, but in a strictly non-sexual way, because I want you to be the only thing that takes my breath away. It's so hard to find someone who understands the addiction. It's buying beer you can't afford and following Tudor traditions. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we could be next Queen Elizabeth and Sir Robert Donnelly. Could be a friend fair romance. Period to hold hands. It could be a friend fair romance. Come on, baby, give me a chance. Shall I compare you to a summer's day? Wouldn't get me in your pants anyway. Not that that's all I want, but hey, a girl can dream.
Hi guys, that's not exactly what I'm going to talk about because I made the slides after I told them what I was going to say. But my name's Kate Nix. I'm a professional wrestling gear designer. I'm a musician. I used to do burlesque with Liberty Rose. She and I started Broad Street Burlesque together, and I'm crazy. I'm crazy as fuck. I've been crazy my whole life, but when I was 17, I was diagnosed illegally with borderline personality disorder. This is because borderline personality disorder, you can't technically diagnose it until you're 25, which is the age I just turned last year. You can't diagnose it until you're 25 because your brain's not fully developed. But basically, to me, it means that I have a have a really hard time with assuming things are not black and white. You can see the symptoms here. You have to have at least 5 of these 9 symptoms. For me, it manifests as outbursts, anger, depression, anxiety, thinking everybody hates me and is trying to leave me, not being able to get out of bed for days, self-injuring, and being abusive towards friends and family. A lot of cool, fun stuff. And early last year, right after I got married, which you saw that photo, that was 2 days before I was admitted to the hospital, I was admitted to a psychiatric facility right after I got married. So I go from one side of my life, which is I'm a damaged person and all I'll ever be is sick and there's no point in trying because BPD can't be medicated and what's the fucking point, to the other side, which is I'm probably just making this up and I'm just weak and there's no point in trying to get better because I'm not a real sick person. And maybe everybody else in the world can handle this shit but me. Maybe I'm the only one that can't get through my day and everybody else wants to kill their family and everybody else wants to kill themselves and I'm the only person that can't resist these feelings. Which leads me to my next point, which is just because you're not trying to fucking kill yourself doesn't mean you don't fucking need to go to therapy. The problem with the way I was admitted to the hospital was that until I actively tried to leave my home and run in front of traffic and my husband stopped me, until that point, I wasn't getting help because I thought that I wasn't cutting myself, at least not where anybody could see, so I'm not that bad, right? I did this little survey on Google Forms, not officially, but about 60% of the people said they thought about suicide, and over 50% of the people that said they thought about it said they went on to attempt. Less than half of the people who answered the survey said that they were honest to their friends and family about what they were going through, which is basically why I'm here today. I came out of the crazy closet on November 12th, 2015. There's a slide up here somewhere that'll tell you that. This is the day I got out of the hospital. I actually went out to dinner with Liberty Rose and her boyfriend the day I got out. She was one of the people that visited me, and so did my husband. He visited me every day, so I'm lucky that I have a support system. But I was so scared to tell people that I went in the hospital, because even though I had been open about having BPD and open about having depression, for some reason being committed was just this whole other thing that meant I was actually crazy now, and no one was ever gonna trust me again. What if I can't get work? What if someone finds out, and what if they treat me differently? Well, am I still gonna be able to run my business? The reason that I work full time at my job now is because I couldn't be trusted to go to my day job, which was bullshit, fortunately, so I was able to quit. But the day that I came out of the closet, the crazy closet, I felt such relief. And most people were like, oh, you're an inspiration, congratulations, you're so strong, blah, blah, blah. But there were a couple people that were like, oh, every time they spoke to me after that was like, I know you're going through a hard time, and this must be so difficult for you, about pretty much any hardship or struggle that I was coming across. 2 weeks after I was admitted to the hospital, I had a tumor on my ovary that had to get removed, and everyone was like, oh, this must be so hard for you. I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm not a child. I'm not my disorder. And it's really hard to hold myself accountable when it's just me to say those things. But having friends and family surrounding me, telling me that I'm not damaged, I'm just sick. I just have a psychiatric head cold permanently. And I'm learning to live beyond the limits of my disorder. And I'm hoping that you'll be more honest to the people around you in the future, having heard my story and knowing that the thing that they write movies about serial killers about, it's not that bad, you just dye your hair green. But before they kick me off the stage, I just want to thank, and I'm going to start crying because I have no emotional capabilities. I just want to thank Adam Tedderis. I haven't been on stage talking to an audience since I went in the hospital last year, so thanks.
It's going down, you're the girl got a gun. Best run because she's quick to flip and empty out the clip and make a man understand where she's coming from. The hardcore's connected to the base of her fate. She just breaks and brings drama to the situation. Ejaculation of hot projectiles. She's buck wild, better recognize when she comes correct. Collect respect, and if not, you catch a broken neck, buddy. You're down and your shirt's all bloody. Like she caught you with the bad one for messing with the mad one. Told you about this girl before, you didn't listen to me as I talk. Now you're stalked by the hunter of the thunder who's size 5 and sexy, quick to catch a body and another one next week. Ha! Doesn't matter cause the girl stays strapped. She said she had enough of men and now she's looking for payback. There's no way that you can fade her, son. She walks softly but she carries a big gun. She walks softly but she carries a big gun. She walks softly but she carries a big gun. She walks softly but she carries a big gun. There's no way that you can fade her, son. She walks softly but she carries a big gun. She walks softly but she carries a big gun. She walks softly but she carries a big gun. The most venomous feminist, homie, she ain't soft. You give her trouble and she might cut your head off. Or something that you like to think's the best. She'll blow big holes in your chest. She says she got it cause she says a lot of ladies won't. She says she got it cause she says a lot of ladies don't. She says she got it cause she says a lot of ladies can't. she knows a lot of ladies romance the thought to giving men their own medicine. Electrocute them, light them up like Con Edison. She got no fear, 5 rings in her ear, holes in her nose, way out close, living life to the fullest. Buckshot and bullets, triggers should pull it, earth she wanna rule it. Maybe she will, cause she's quick to kill. The city lights make her dresses tight, yeah she bites. You never know where she'll come from. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun.
She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun.
There's no way that you can fade her, son.
She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun.
She got no time to trip or argue you through. I'll bet you catch a homeboy, you'll catch a stretcher like so many before. She's on a body count tour, but not rock. Too busy sucker punching cock. You say she's nothing but a woman, then you come up shot. You say, why you wanna kill me? And she says, why not? Pop, she got a body that'll make you cry. Pop, she got a shotty that'll make you die. Don't bring drama to her, homie, cause you'll wind up flat. She'll put your ass horizontal, then she'll peel your gap. She got no love, and love is something that she never had. She loved her mother, but she hated her motherfucking dad. So stay the hell out of way, cause the girl don't play none. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun.
She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun.
There's no way that you can fade her, son.
She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun.
Don't even try to front, son.
She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun. She walks softly, but she carries a big gun.
A big gun.
God, I wish that I could sell out, fully endorsed off my high horse. I just wanna make some money. Why can't somebody see I'd be the perfect face for the brand of deception? No, intentions. I'm tired of being poor. Baby, I'm off my high horse. I'm off my high horse. God, I wish that I could sell out. All expenses paid for a simple serenade. I just wanna live happy. Somebody slap me with a contract and a car. $1 million deal, or at least a few meals. I'm just tired of being poor. Baby, I'm off my high horse. I'm off my high horse. And I'm not being facetious, good friend. I'd be a pretty business expense. Just a couple lines of law and a pen. I'm yours until the fiscal year ends. God, I wish that I could sell out a radio spot or
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I think you can. I have reason to believe that you can. I am your humble host here at the Lullaby Lounge. My name is Kate Nix. I'm a musician and maker based out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm here to bring you tunes and tales and just a little relaxation, some time away from your, well, maybe not busy, but chaotic life. Everything has been so strange since we're all locked away in our homes, and I've decided to provide some well-deserved levity. Sometimes it's soulful, sometimes it's sorrowful, sometimes it's just silly. If you've been here before, then you may know. And if you haven't been, then welcome. Thank you so much for being here. How's everybody been so far this week? Not that time really matters, so I guess, how have you been since we last spoke? Henry, good to hear from you. I will see you tomorrow during the replay. For those of you that don't know, there is a replay every Thursday of this show tonight. For those who can't necessarily make it on Wednesday nights, Henry is a certain, he's definitely always been in the chat for the replays. He's part of the reason I started them. Henry could never make the show because obviously he lives on the other side of the ocean and the time isn't the same there. So I decided to make the Lullaby Lounge replay. I started it on Facebook Watch, and now I do it on all 3 platforms, specifically because of Henry and making sure that he could see the show, because he was so kind to me about my work and sharing it and supporting it. I felt like it was important that I spend time with him and those that couldn't make it on Wednesday nights. I'm happy to be a distraction for you, Sandra. Thank you for saying the backdrop looks very cabaret. I decided to go full Lullaby Lounge, as it were. I'm hoping this is the backdrop that I stick with. I actually really like how it looks. I think it is a good contrast to my green hair versus the green sequins. And if you can see it, you might have to go full screen to see it, but these are little stars and moons all over the fabric. I have you in a little separate chat box now so that I can stay looking forward when I'm talking to you instead of, you know, staring off into stage right. Lyra, I have been honestly not that well. I had to cancel my live stream on Friday and on Monday due to chronic pain problems. Sometimes it acts up. For those of you who are new to the Lullaby Lounge, you may not know, but I suffer from several invisible illnesses, and they choose to act up whenever they see fit, and right now is obviously very stressful for us all, and it is no less stressful for my terrifying meat body. So it's been a bit of a struggle, but I had some days of rest, and I am taking into account my body's needs and figuring out a plan to move forward. So I'd say I am, though there was a bit of a setback, I am moving forward confidently into the future. Thank you, Christy. I'm glad you like it. This fabric is from Joann's, I would say 17 years ago? 18 years ago, maybe? During the Halloween season. Philip, perhaps I will see you tomorrow for the replay. I hope you feel better. I'm sorry you couldn't stay with us, but obviously attend to your body's needs. That's the most important thing that you can do. rowdy bones be rowdy indeed. So, as you saw in the title, you already know what you're in for. Well, you kind of know what you're in for. You may have noticed something different about this, about all of this, about what's happening. If you weren't here last week, you might even be like, what, she's standing up? That's crazy. It's better for your voice, so I'm standing up now. But so many things have changed. This right here, that's new, and we're going to discuss it in a little bit. But first I gotta play you a song. So, how do I choose which song to sing, though? That's the question. How do I choose which song to sing? Well, you saw in the title. It's time for Dice Break. Bam! It's time for Dice Break. Chosen by fate. Performed by Kate. Came up with a slogan last night. I redid all my graphics yesterday. I have a new tipping link. Listen, I'm a new lady. I'm a new streamer. I'm full streaming now. I'm all streaming. Listen, kids. I'm all streaming now. I'm in the stream game, don't you see? I'm here over in Streamland. And me and my buddy Meryl Stream, that's my new stream deck, me and my assistant Meryl Stream are here to bring you a lovely show. And we also are here to perform songs that are chosen to you by a roll of the dice. So I have a 10-sided die here. I have an assortment of songs. Each one of those songs has a corresponding number. That number corresponds to a number on the die. So, I roll the dice. I roll the dice. I roll the dice. And whatever number the die reveals to me, that's the song I will play. So, it's time to take a chance and roll the dice. Our first song of the night is Ballad of the Bard. I'm not a doctor, but I'll do my best to heal you. Listen to my voice and know you'll live another day. I might not be next to you, but know that I can feel you. And I know what it's like to live with pain. I'm not gonna lie to you, life is not a dream come true, but it won't be like this every day. No, it won't be like this every day. Tomorrow may be different, but if it's not, you'll survive. If I have to go through all this, then you have to too. I know sometimes it seems the only option's suicide, but you and I both know that isn't true. I'm not gonna sugarcoat, sometimes the only way is hope. So then hope is what we have to do. I guess hoping we'll just have to do. And when hope's big sister Faith comes knocking at your door, don't pretend you've never met before. You have to remember, it's not like this forever. Don't have to make the same mistakes. I'll help you find the better place. darkness, but I swear a light is coming. Grab it by the neck and damn it, drag it if you must. If you need me, I'll be here, a singing and a strumming, and I have got your back no matter what. We've got family and friends who can change our stories, and though it may not ever go away, we know it's not like this every day. Yay, Dima, you're here for first song. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Dice Break. It's Dice Break. Everybody, it's a dice break. We had our dice break, and now that the dice have been broken, it is time to break them once again. But well, remember, what is the first song we did? We did number 8. We did number 8. And now it is time to move to our next song. Now, what happens if I roll an 8? Well, I'm just going to keep rolling until I get a number that is an 8. Sometimes it takes a couple tries, but it be what it be. We're going to be fine. So, oh, you're welcome, Grace. I wrote it specifically for all y'all, you know. That song is called Ballad of the Bard, and I don't have a recorded version that's like released to the public yet, but if you're on Patreon, then you might have the MP3, and if you're on Patreon and you don't have the MP3, it is on Patreon. So if you head over to the Kate Writes Music tab and scroll down until you find Ballad of the Bard, or what I do is like I use the find function in my search bar to look for whatever I'm looking for, and Patreon doesn't have the best searching system yet, but it is in there, and I trust that you can find it. I keep hitting this part of my lighting because it's just a little bit too close to me, but I want you to see the sparkles, so I have to make sure that it... Oh, no, that's too close. Go farther back. This is my problem. Not back that way, back that way. There we go. Welcome, Holly. Glad you made it. Glad you're here. Happy to see you, obviously. Also, thank you, Tyler, for being here, and Kim for the claps. You know that I'm a fairy, and therefore I survive pretty much entirely by your supply. By your supply of applause, or your supplause, as I just said. So, time for the dice to choose number twice. That's number 2. For those of you who aren't in the stream game, I'm here in the stream game, ladies and gentlemen, over here just streaming. Here with Meryl Stream, my new stream deck. You can't see her, but if you're following me on Twitter or Instagram, you've seen the photo I posted because she's a class act. A real slick lady. So, dice. It's time to choose song number 2. Number that 'twas revealed was number 7. Ooh, number 7. I'm so excited. Very pleased. Gotta do a little computating over here. Just gotta burp directly into your ears. Hope that's fun for you. Hope you enjoyed that. It's a little cloud, because we're in the Lullaby Lounge, floating away to dreamland. From streamland to dreamland, baby. I got you. I'm holding your hand. Why'd you run away? Don't you like my style? Why don't you come and play? I guarantee a great big smile. I come from the imagination, and I'm here strictly by your invocation. So what do you say? Why don't we dance a while? I'm the hottest swing, I'm the twist and shout. When you gotta sing, when you gotta let it out. You call me and I come running. I turn the music on, I bring the fun in. Now we're partying, that's what it's all about. 'Cause I know what you feel, girl. I know just what you feel, girl. All these melodies, they go on too long. Then that energy starts to come on way too strong. All those hearts laid open that must sting like some customers just start combusting. That's the penalty when life is but a song. You brought me down and doomed this town, so when we blow this scene, back we will go to my kingdom below, and you will be my queen. 'Cause I know what you feel, girl. I know just what you feel, girl. I can bring old cities to ruin and still have time to get a soft shoeing. Something's cooking, I'm at the griddle. Up near his very first fiddle. Now we're partying, that's what it's all about. That song's fun. Welcome everyone. Restream just congratulated me. Apparently I got 100 messages today. It is very. The laws of applause. Listen, you gotta supply the applause. You gotta applause. That's what it is. It's the supplication. Supplication, is that right? That is also my favorite Buffy episode, Xena. Extremely. Like, I can't, no stop. It is my favorite. I love that. I loved it so much when I was in elementary school that I taped it on VCR off the TV. And then I took my cassette player that I had, my little cassette player recorder that I had that I would record songs and whatever mixtapes onto. And I recorded the songs off of the VHS and brought them to school with me to listen to at recess the next day. That's how much I loved that episode. So, if you're enjoying the stream tonight, you can support this channel and this fairy bard, lounge singer, whatever you want to call me, in a couple different ways. You may have already noticed the Patreon cloud. The Patreon cloud is where you go if you want to start a long-term relationship with me. If you want to support monthly, you head over to the Patreon cloud. But there's also this right here. You see that? You see that website? It's tipafairy.com. You head over to tipafairy.com and you have access. That's my tip jar. It's my digital tip jar. I created a unique URL and Venmo specifically for streaming now. So if you would like to tip the stream, head over to tipafairy.com or Venmo at tipafairy, spelled Faerie. So Grace, thank you very much. Exactly. If you were hanging out with me, if I was perhaps playing at your favorite coffee shop, but it's like a coffee shop we visit at night, but ideally it's not a bar because I don't necessarily want to be around a bunch of drunk people. It's a nighttime coffee shop. It's a fantasy. It's a nighttime coffee shop. I'm playing at your favorite nighttime coffee shop, and there's a little hat on the ground in front of me, and perhaps a jar. A little jar perhaps has a snarky little saying. Maybe I put a little sign on it, or maybe a little figurine to entice you. If we were in that situation, you'd be like, hey, I just bought a coffee. I have change from my coffee. Why don't I deposit that change in the jar or hat or guitar case of this fine fairy bard? You would be saying this in your head. If you were saying it out loud, maybe as part of a skit that I had hired you to do, but in that case, it's a difference. Never mind. You're saying this in your head to yourself, and you're like, oh, here you go, friend. Here you go. Singing, being, and I give you the nod. I go, thank you. But I don't say thank you because I'll probably be singing, so I give you the nod. Yes. I appreciate. That's what would happen. But here, this is the internet, and you can't do that. So you gotta head over to this website. Kim, it is Ko-fi. It just brings you right to my Ko-fi. For those of you that don't know what Ko-fi is, if you go to tipafairy.com, it is a service that does not require you to sign up, that you can tip me in $3 increments. I do the $3 increments so that it doesn't get mostly taken by fees. Because if it was in lower increments, it would basically just completely disappear to PayPal fees. So this is the new way to get to Ko-fi. Yes, perhaps I am busking at your crepe place. All of this seems plausible. So, I made these links for you to make it easier. So it was all in one place. Very simple to find, very simple to get to. If you spell it wrong, perhaps, if you accidentally spell fairy, F-A-I-R-Y, it goes there too. Because I cover my bases, because I'm a professional. You're in good hands, is what I'm trying to say. So, if you appreciate my clean hands that you are currently cradled in, hold on, we can do like a POV, you're cradled in my hands. POV, you're cradled in my hands. Maybe I'll be like here. POV, you're cradled in my hands. I too would love a crepe. That sounds excellent. But now that I've shown you my new link, please visit it if you can. And if you can't, then share the stream. And even if you can, also share the stream, because rule number 1 of Kate Club is please talk about Kate Club. And rule number 2 of Kate Club is no, I'm serious. Please fucking God, talk about Kate Club. it's time for DICEBREAK. Boom. It's so smooth. It's so smooth. It's because of Meryl Streep, my new assistant. I'm so excited. Very excited about my new toy. So, and it makes this possible, you know? Like, and my new toy inspired me to just level up all the stuff, so that way made things easier for you guys and maybe more enticing, because everybody likes effort, right? I mean, the good people like effort. People who don't like effort being put in, there's something behind that of like, oh, if you put effort into me, then you can't be cool or whatever, but we don't believe that here in the Catriarchy. Here in the Catriarchy, we lodestars believe. Because I'm including myself as a lodestar, because I too am a guiding light for my own creativity. We lodestars believe. What was I talking about? I don't remember, but we believe it. Nailing it. Effort is the coolest. Thank you, Grace, for reminding me. Appreciate. Here in the Catriarchy believe, as lodestars, putting in effort is not only good, it is important. Extremely important. Trying at all, making a plan, all important things. Thank you, Mama, for saying you like my background. It's the invisibility cloak fabric, the moons and stars. Oh, what's it time for? It's DICEBREAK. I'm not just jerking off an invisible man. There is a die here. That's 7 again, which you already did 7. 5. 5. That when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen. Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on a grave. Ooh, the more I get at you, the stranger it feels, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. There is so much a man can tell you, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain. like a grown addiction that I can't deny? Do you think that's healthy, baby? Did you know when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get at you, the stranger it feels, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. I've been kissed by a rose on the grave. Been kissed by a rose on the grave. Been kissed by a rose on the grave. There is so much a man can tell you, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain. To me, you're like a grown addiction that I can't deny. Do you think that's healthy, baby? Did you know when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on a grave. Ooh, the more I get at you, the stranger it feels, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, the light hits the gloom on the grave. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. Another fun one to sing. I always have a blast singing that song. Who's excited to see what happens next? We're chilling here in the Lullaby Lounge, chilling like villains, because sometimes you play the hero, sometimes you play the villain. That's just how it be. But if you missed out on Family Friday last week, if you were like, not that you missed out because we all missed out because it didn't happen, but if you were bummed that Family Friday didn't happen last week and you're excited to see what happens with the family streams in the future, please head over to... Oh no, I have it up. Never mind, head over to nowhere. I realized I didn't put this on here. If you want to see where the kid stuff goes, what I was trying to say is, boom, make sure you follow Brambeline, the young lady who stars in the kids streams. Please follow her on all the social media at Brambeline Faye. Feel free to head over there, click follow on all the things. That's where all the kids streams will be from now on. The reason I'm telling you to do this is because though the kids streams will stay here on Twitch and YouTube, the family show on Facebook is going to go exclusively through the Brambeline Facebook page. This is because I am realizing that not everybody necessarily wants someone as vocally political and vocally brassy as I am as a person mixed in with their children's entertainment. So I decided to make exclusive profiles for Brambeline so that she wouldn't have to keep commandeering mine. and she can have fun and do what she wants on social media and not feel like she can't ever talk to you. So, if you want to talk to a real live fairy on the internet, please find Brameline on all the socials. And if you really love what you hear and you want to buy some music from yours truly, but you're too cool to use iTunes or Amazon or one of those, streaming platforms, because you're like, no, I want all of my money that I spend on music to go straight to the artist. I want fair trade, free range, organic, artisanal music straight from the source. Well, lucky for you. You can get it right here at katenix.com/music, or you can search bandcamp.com for me, Kate Nix. Bandcamp is an independently owned and run music platform where I have put my entire discography. It's stuff that you could never find on Spotify or Amazon. It includes a bunch of demos and B-sides from the last decade and a half of my career. So if you would like to support what I do and you want to pick up some music while you're at it, my entire discography right now is over 90 plus songs, and it is less than $8.50 to get to this discography from the katenix.com music page, like from the Bandcamp page. Just click on any release on the site, any of those little squares that has an image in it when you go to the site as a release. Click on the release and scroll down, and you'll see that there's an option to purchase my full discography. It's time for our next event. Boom! Dice break! Motherfucking dice break in the house. Okay, we gotta break some dice. Alright, people, it's time to break a little dice here in the Streamland. From Streamland to Dreamland, Dice Break takes you there, baby. Chosen by fate and performed by Kate. 4. What's number 4? Aha. This is very fitting for what I'm wearing tonight, for how this looks. Let me know if you think I could probably keep this as my permanent setup, because I'm trying to go full Lullaby Lounge here, and I feel like this is both Lullaby and also Lounge. And please, don't forget to share the stream wherever you are. If you're watching on Facebook, please just hit that share button. Make sure you let the people know where you are hanging out on your Wednesday night. And if you're on Twitch or YouTube, make sure you head over to your other social medias and share the link on most likely just Twitter, because really everywhere else is going to make it super hard for you. But if you want to send people to somewhere easy, it's super simple to find my Twitch now, because I made a short link that is katenix.live, and that goes to my Twitch channel. If you're ever like, what are the links? How do I get to the Lullaby Lounge? You just go to katenix.live and it will take you right there. The designs on my guitar are leaves. Pretty standard for an Ovation. I think this is their like main sort of fancy sound hole pattern. Just in case you wanted to make use of another short link. Oh, I see some of you have visited the Ko-fi. I see that there were some Ko-fis, some tips were given to the fairy. Thank you, Fudd. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Yathena, and Nelson as well. I very much appreciate it. And here we go. Boom. This is another unreleased one, this song that's coming next. I wrote it because, well, I'm gonna sing it for you, and then afterwards maybe I'll tell you why I wrote it. Maybe if you can figure out why. You can use your psychic powers. And if you figure out the chorus of the song, it is, I am the magic, I am the guide, the magic is power, the magic is inside. That's the chorus. And if you'd like to sing along, feel free. I lifted the lyrics from a book of shadows called The Coloring Book of Shadows. And I think it's a powerful sentiment to really own and believe. So if you would like to feel some magic tonight during the Lullaby Lounge, make sure you sing along with me, okay? And if you want to sing along and you don't want to type along in the comments, go full crazy, then just leave a little moon emoji. Or say, I'm singing too in the comments so I know that you're with me. I am the magic, I am the guide. The magic is power, the power is inside. Oh, I am the magic, I am the guide. The magic is power, power is inside. The power is inside. is mine. I had it this whole time. I can see past my disease and know I'm good inside. May not be perfect, but at least I'm trying. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing just fine. The magic is mine. I had it this whole time. I can see past my disease and know I'm good inside. Not be perfect, but at least I'm trying. Doing just fine. Doing just fine, I'm doing just fine. I am the magic. I am the guide. The magic is power. The power is inside. I am the magic. I am the guide. The magic is power. Power is inside. The power is inside. Hi Wes, I saw your message in the chat. It is not what caused me to cough, but I did end up having a coughing attack. I think I'm getting a little bit of a cold again. I don't think it's corona. No need to worry. It's very sniffly. So no need to be concerned about it necessarily. I'm just, I push myself a little bit too hard. But I'd like to send my sympathy to you, Wes, because I know what it's like to lose a father. Actually, the anniversary of my father's death is coming up in about 5 days. Not my biological father, but the man I would consider to be my father. He's going to be passed for a year officially in 5 days. And it's been on my mind a lot lately, the fatherhood, the loss of a father, the man that he stepped up to the plate for when I was lacking in a father figure for one reason or another. So I know what it's like. I've been there. It's awful. I'm so sorry that it's something we all have to experience, right? I mean, if nature makes its course in the proper order, we normally bury our parents instead of the other way around. So burying a parent is something everyone will go through at some point, at least one. And it's a completely world-shattering moment. I can't even say moment because it's really a series of moments. The goneness. You just get reminded sometimes how gone they are. I've noticed the best metaphor I've seen for it, for grief, specifically grief of losing someone, is it's like a ball in a box, and there's a button that says pain, and when it first happens, the ball is big, and it can barely fit in the box, so the button gets pressed all the time, because any movement, the ball hits the side of the box and presses the button, but over time, the ball gets smaller and smaller. When it hits the button, maybe you get better at dealing with it over time, but it still hits the button. It's tough, but it's human. Grief is human. And I'm sorry that your family can't properly gather together to mourn. I know that you will get the chance to at some point, even if it's not right now, when this is over, because there will be an over at some point. I know that you'll get a chance to unite with them and be close and discuss what's happening or what has happened. So, I am wishing you endurance and clarity as you move forward together, because there are things that come to light in the wake of someone's passing. Things that maybe you couldn't necessarily think about when they were still around. And that can be just as hard to deal with as the grief. That idea of, I think it's part of the grief, honestly, of realizing that whoever it was isn't perfect and you can't just idolize them, that you have to appreciate or understand at least all facets of who they were as people, even in their passing, and to forgive yourself for what you may not be able to heal instantly. Some things just need time. But we accept all feelings here on the Lullaby Lounge. I'm sorry you're grieving. I mean, I know you'll make it past it. I know she'll make it past it too. So I'm just wishing you endurance and clarity. Those things are, I think, the most important things. And with that endurance and clarity, we will march forward into a lighter topic, into a lighter topic, but also a heavier topic. And that is DICEBREAK. So, we have one more song to play before the new mid-roll package. Yay! That song is number 1. Feeling kinda groovy. You call me up and said, would it like to go and see a movie? At first I say no, I got some plans for tonight, but then I stop and say alright. Love is kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you. You always keep me guessing, I never seem to know what you were thinking. And if a girl looks at you, it's for your shirt, I will be a winking. I get confused, I never know where I stand, and then you smile and hold my hand. Love's kinda crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Spooky, spooky little girl. Spooky little girl like you. If you decide All right. Thank you, Sandra. I'm glad you're digging the vibes. I don't know if it was Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I have if I have seen that movie, I don't remember it. I think sometimes I confuse it with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Not even because those are the same movie, but just because I didn't know the difference between them when I was younger, and now I still don't think I remember which one is which. But that was song number 5. So it's time for me to take a little break, to get some more water, to probably cough a whole bunch, to annoy my husband about what we're having for a second meal, and just take a little rest from saying words. But you know what's coming up? It's a new motherfucking mid-roll. Sup, you want to buy this shirt? You can at katenix.com/merch. But this isn't the only shirt available. You can also buy this shirt, or this shirt, or this shirt, which is available in 14 different classes, including Druid, Rogue, Dungeon Master, and so many more. What are you waiting for? Let's match!
Hello, and welcome to Makeup for Trash Goblin. I am Trash Goblin Kate Nix, and today I show you how I make my face do this. First thing I have to let you know is I am not a professional makeup artist. You're not really going to see anything revolutionary here. Goblin just like making face, and don't treat your face as poorly as I treat mine, because you shouldn't, I guess. I mean, I'm fine, but you know, capitalism. Y'all have to buy new stuff. So if you're expecting some sparkly white something or other and high-end makeup and brands, that's not me. I am just Goblin. Now let's make a face! Hello, my dazzling dust bunnies. Welcome to Makeup for Trash Goblin! Today, I make sunflower face. First, we must contain foliage. Foliage contained. I did not exactly wake up like this. I put stick just like that. And then you do this many times. And then it does this. Next, we take this and this. To do my makeup like this so you all can see. I cannot see what I'm doing because I don't have glasses on. But if you see what I'm doing, then I guess it is not wrong. These? I don't have a plan, so we're just putting colors on. Just more powder on the eyes, doing powder, la la la. Not like cocaine, that could be taken wrong. Do. Trash goblin, look like trash, but you act like goblin. What is next?
That's right. Another white girl with garage band. I wanna share with you the truth. We're luring nothing's away, I've got to lose. If all silver bowl is valiant with the red coat of paint. So who says that I have to learn restraint? I wanna share with you my heart of hearts, to stitch me up so I can't come apart. So crucify me for the sake of art. It's what I need so that I can start my path to progress. It isn't a straight line, and if you say how are you, I can still say doing fine, but it's not the truth, so why waste the time? My brain's a little fuzzy and there won't be pretty lies. I'm trying. God knows I'm trying. I'm trying. God knows I'm trying. I wanna share with you some of the pain, 'cause I can't handle this all by myself. I realize I'm repeating my refrain, but I can't talk to anybody else. I wanna share so I am not alone. I wanna share so you are not alone. I wanna share 'cause we are not alone. And we can't do all of this on our own. There's strength and weakness, and I'm getting stronger. Remind myself that the path that ain't get longer. I keep getting tracked by my happens and nevers. It's dark right now, but this won't be forever. I'm trying. God knows I'm trying.
If you didn't know already, I post all sorts of exclusive content over on my Patreon at katenix.com/join, where you can find behind the scenes content. I post new music and mixes of songs I'm working on up there all the time. Patreon is a great way to support me as a creator, and you also get access to content way before I would ever release it to the public. Please check it out if you have the extra $2 or so. I would love to make more videos, and it is financially difficult for me to make one video a week in addition to my day job of making professional wrestling gear, running my own business. If you would like to see more content from me, Patreon is the easiest way to make that happen, as much as I hate saying that. You are by no means obligated to support me on Patreon. I do not need financial contribution from you in order to be completely and totally grateful that you are here watching my stuff. It's just a way for people who are financially capable of providing that to do so. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Goblin does not know what to use for mouth.
My path to progress, it isn't a straight line. And if you say how are you, I can still say doing fine, but it's not the truth, so why waste the time? My brain's a little fuzzy and there won't be pretty lies. There's strength and weakness, and I'm getting stronger. Remind myself that the path that ain't get longer. I keep getting trapped by my happens and nevers. It's dark right now, but this won't be forever. I'm trying. God knows I'm trying. I'm trying. God knows I'm trying. I'm trying. God knows I'm trying.
Do the eyelash, otherwise you won't see the eyelash. Yellow eyelash. Goblin almost done. Needs more pollen. More highlight. Put it all over. When you move up, right up close to me, that's when I get the glitter all over me. More powder under my lips. Goblin done! Now, accessories. First I have to team the foliage again, but in a more discreet fashion. So the other day I posted a video on Twitter using my English accent and I got a lot of compliments on it. I've always been a studier of accents and I like altering my voice because of being a musician and having to sing different styles and things like that. I posted a video on Twitter using this accent because I have come up with my first ever LARP character. I started getting into LARP because of LARP House and Momo O'Brien and LARP Girl and Hog and Dice, and I've been having so much fun following their journeys and their Instagram and on Twitter and all the things they do and learning about the different characters they become. And I've always loved playing different characters, and so I decided to maybe dip my toe into the pool of LARPing. I'm trying to speak more on it now, so that way I can practice for when I go to my first ever LARP. Hazy Fields, which is LARP Girl's LARP that she's producing, and I'm so excited for it. It's based on like a fantasy Woodstock, and that's all I need. My character's name is Blonde Betta, after a stupid comment that LARP House got on Instagram, I believe. She is a gnomish event coordinator, because of course I don't want to play a rock star, I want to play the stage manager. I don't know, that sounds fun to me. Pretending I have power sounds fun to me. But back to the goblin. Goblin done! No, accessories. Goblin forgot accessories. Goblin got too distracted talking about LARP. Okay, I think I have to fix accessories first. Good job, Goblin. Well, that hot glue gun is trash. Goblin fix hat. This is the finished look. I think I will name her Pollen. Pollen the Clown. Bye! Thank you for watching. It is down backbone. Got highlight on my butthole.
Hello! I'm back. Did you see how it just like went right back? I was just like, oh, there was a video package, and now it's live, and it was so easy. The transition was so smooth. It's because of my new assistant, my new Stream Deck, Meryl Stream. Over here to my right. I don't know which direction, I guess it's left to you. Yeah, on your left, on my right, sitting a new Stream Deck. And she helps me do lots of things, like display this little new tip link I have, tipaferry.com. Takes you to my digital tip jar. You can also Venmo me at tipaferry. You could also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at IamKateNix. Perhaps you want a more long-term commitment and you want to pledge to my Patreon. There's a link for that too, baby. Oh, look, it's on. It's off. It's on. It's off. It's on. It's off. So seamless. Okay. But you know what it's really time for? You know, it's really about to go down is, oh, where's that? I think I hear a dice break coming. Boom, dice break. So, it's time to choose our next song. This 10-sided die right here. It's going to choose a song from the list. We've already sung 8, 7, 4, 5, and 1, I believe. And now, we're going to choose another one. So, the songs are chosen by fate, but they are performed by Kate. That's me. I'm Kate. Kate Nix. feral fairy feminist, and punk rock pixie pinup, your personal bard at your service. It's time to choose a tune. 5, we already did that one. 6. 6. All right. Excuse me. Gonna take another sip before I sing 6. I want to make sure I get all my goo degooulated. We are headed to... Here, I forgot to put the lyrics up for this. I hope they're here. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, come on. Okay. Not what I want to happen. This is what I want to happen. Here we go. Not that I necessarily need them, but just in case. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have the tip link up for this. I should have this, because you can get this song at katenix.com/music. I'll be fine without you, fine tomorrow on my own. That everything's about you, man. You can't know what's coming down the road. What the future holds. I'm gonna get better, can't wait till the end of time. Changes in the weather and only God knows what is down the line. And darling, it's alright. You can tell me that I'm crazy, but I can tell you're lying. You can say I'm nothing, but I'm fire and you're the fuel. You say no one can love me, but I think you forgot the golden rule. So keep on being cruel. You can tell me I'm disaster, but babe, I'm not a fool. And storms may gather, but I'll harvest the thunder. To make things I will wonder, read my ink from blackened skies and write my poems on telephone lines. And you don't get to run my life. I'm not your mother, child, or wife. And who are you to say I'm lost? I found myself amidst the fall. I won't let you destroy me. You cannot take my soul. Your spell may still be on me, but someday soon I will be in control. Don't have far to go. Tunnel's getting shorter now, and time is ticking on. The light is getting brighter, and I know that it can't be very long until the night is gone. Say it's getting darker, but I know you're wrong. Thank you, Rowdy Bones Gang, for hyping up the discography. I have very much appreciated Sandra and Ellie. I'm glad that you found value in it. And to those of you who do choose to pay more for the discography, which is a function that you can do through Bandcamp, I really appreciate it. I price my discography so low so that if anybody wants to listen to my music, they can justify the expense. I want it to be worth it when you spend money on my art to you, and if all you can afford is $8 for 4+ albums worth of songs, then that's all you can afford, and I don't want to slight you or not give you access to my work because of your income level. I think that's the worst possible thing that could happen. So money is by no means the most important thing in the world for me. It is just how the system works currently. I believe that there is a possibility for the system to work differently, and I hope that it changes in the future. But right now we live under a reign of capitalism, and unfortunately money and the exchange of money for goods and services and the value placed on money by society is a huge part of our lives. So please don't feel ashamed if you can't afford to tip, or if you can't afford to join the Patreon. I am equally impressed with the fact that you were going to stick around here and hang out with me every Wednesday, and I am absolutely and totally honored if you choose to share the stream, because it really does help, sometimes as much as or even more than purchasing my work directly. So I just want to say I really appreciate it, and thank you. Yes, in the future we will use quarter-inch elastic instead of gold bullion, in which case I too would be rolling in it. I have a veritable plethora of makers' materials that unfortunately lose their value pretty much the second you purchase them. Can't like sell fabric back to people, but it is time for another dice break! I should put a little dice rolling sound effect on the scene so that whenever I change to dice break, there's a little die rolling sound. Yes. Yes. Can't forget that one. That's a good one. It is time for fate to choose our set list. Boom. 3. 3 it is. Take me back under the mound. I am lost and can't be found. Take me back under the mound. I am lost. Take me back under the mound. I am lost and can't be found. Take me back under the mound. I am lost. I don't belong here. I don't belong here. I felt it for a long time. Something's going on here. I don't remember. I don't remember. Say it was just yesterday. pretending I'm not gossamer, so gutted and filleted me. I can't remember. I won't surrender. You say it's been a couple months, but this feels like forever. Take me back under the mound. I am lost and can't be found. Take me back under the mound. I am lost. Take me back under the mound. I am lost and can't be found. Take me back under the mound. I am lost. I am lost. I am lost. And I am sad I'm lost. And I am sad I'm lost. And I'm sad I'm lost. And I'm sad I'm lost. Take me back under the mound. I am lost and can't be found. Take me back under the mound. I am lost. Take me back under the mound. I am lost and can't be found. Take me back under the mound. I am lost. I am lost. I am lost. And I am sad I'm lost. It's time for another dice break immediately after the dice break that we just did. I'm glad you feel that song in your heart, Holly. I feel like right now a lot of us feel it, given that time doesn't exist anymore. Now, time hasn't existed for me for about 2 years now, but now everybody's on the same page as me. And it's nice to kind of, feel a little solidarity. 2. If you are enjoying the stream, please feel free to head over to my new short link, tipafairy.com, or Venmo at tipafairy. Some digital dollars. Money is basically just computer numbers now. It once represented gold, but that's a lie. So now it's just concept, which is why I refer to it as capitalist validation units. Not necessarily something that I'm super into, but is an unfortunate requirement of my life. So, if you would like to ship a couple CVUs off to yours truly, boom. I'm gonna do a little quick tune on Melissa. This is Melissa, everybody. Say hello, Melissa. Say thank you, Melissa, for sounding so beautiful. Being such an excellent accompaniment to my voice. I think you make me sound so much better, lady. Mwah. Appreciate. good time. Just like the kind of time that you like can barely describe in comments and couldn't possibly be represented in a monetary form. Please share the stream wherever you are watching, too, wherever your friends online congregate at. We do still have a few songs left to go, and I would be happy to perform them for your friends as well as just you. After all, what's the harm in it? What could possibly go wrong? This is a song about brain stuff. Predicted by my mother's eyes, with tears that wander down her face, that my psyche would be volatile, with several parts misplaced. Section meant for direction never developed fully. Now ribbons tied to my cortexes find new places to pull me. I say I'm not losing my mind because it's running free. It's traveled long and lonesome hours to get away from me. It sits in an unsealed mason jar upon some official's desk. Happy in its unhappiness, but finally at rest. So here I sit without a conscience, though I have never been at peace. Technically conscious, but cognitive at least. I say I'm not losing my mind because I took a train through North Carolina and New Orleans to find itself new needs. This addiction that I have is not to any substance. No nicotine can sway me, no alcohol can numb it. I don't adore heroin, I don't fancy cocaine. I'm in love to my very core with causing myself pain. I say I'm not losing my mind, right? We know that's a lie. It's travel long and lonesome hours to find somewhere to die, like a cat curled in a corner beneath the basement stairs, to breathe its final breath alone, so you don't have to care. Peaceful in its death alone, with no one left to care. Thank you, Gerbil. I'm glad you like the look tonight. And thank you, Grace. I like that song a lot too. It's one of my favorites that I've written. And not just because it's one of my favorites, it's one of my husband's favorites that I've written. We have 2 songs left to go. This is a great time to remind you, you can always find more of me over on katenix.com/music. And if you're not a Bandcamp person, you can always, boom, check my stuff out on your favorite streaming platform. I am on iTunes, I am on Apple Music, I'm on Spotify, I'm on Google Play, I'm on Tidal, I am on Amazon Music, I'm on Pandora, I'm on Deezer, and I'm on YouTube. Anywhere you listen to tunes, you can find me. So please do. For every stream, I make like 0.003 cents. And as you heard, I have a little angry fat boy to feed. You heard, I'm assuming his plonks were heard by y'all. Maybe you couldn't hear them. Someday I'll convince him to do an entire live stream, but right now it's just not there. Right now the plonks are only for food demands. He actually, speaking of leaves, for those of you who don't know, I have a cat. He is gigantic. He is not just chonky. He is also genuinely a large cat. And he loves leaves. And we have some, spring mix in a plastic box because that's what they had at Acme. And we were getting rid of the one that was in the fridge to replace it with a new one because we just got groceries yesterday. And we put the leaf, like the old leaf thing on the floor. It wasn't like old, it was just kind of wilted on the floor. And he broke into it. Like he opened the lid himself and broke into it. He also has gotten out of this room without my help, like without me opening the door handle, and he can get out of the bathroom. We don't have door handles that are like the kind that stick out and you push down. We have like round door handles. So he's just a genius. He's just a perfect genius, and I'm an excellent mother, and he is amazing, and it's evidence of my goodness. He's truly the proof that there is good in me. He's a criminal just like me, honestly. Like, I get it. I support crimes, to be honest. It's time for Dice Break. The songs are chosen by the rolling dice. Nine. All right then. They say it's part of my condition, the thing that makes my bad decisions. It's just another of my symptoms. Always want to stop existing, but I don't wanna die. I just want that part inside of me that wants to die,
symptom. Who knows what they will prescribe for contemplating suicide. And I don't wanna die. I just want that part inside of me that wants to die, to die. I don't wanna go. I just want that part inside of me that wants to go, to go. But if I could split myself in two and leave the better half with you, we both, that's what I would do, and leave the better half with you. Just leave the better half with you. Another unrecorded one, but I do want to record it soon so that I can finally solidify what it sounds like, because it's been sort of floating around in my head for 8 years and I've never sort of solidified exactly how I want to play it. It's still sort of in liminal progress space. Thank you, Gerbil. Now, I believe there's only one song left to do. I do have to turn the dice break screen on. So we've done Spooky Die Nonsense. Lexicon Lullaby, What You Feel. Number 10 is the only one we haven't done left. Yet. Nailed it. Alright. So, we're going to tell you to follow me on the things. Follow I Am Kate Nix on Twitter and Instagram. If you don't already, I post when the streams are happening. I post about all the stuff that's happening with the Lullaby Lounge. I talk about just my life in general. I am a good person to follow on social media. I guarantee you're going to be entertained. Also, if you haven't yet, check out my discography, katenix.com/music. You can purchase the entire thing for less than $9. And if you would like to pay more, you can choose to. Just click on any release when you get to katenix.com/music, the Bandcamp page. Click on any album there and scroll down, and there will be a little option that says full discography. It is currently at 90% off for the duration of quarantine, because I want anybody who would like access to my music to be able to get it. Also, if that's not enough for you, if you're like, no, I want more Kate Nix, I gotta get my Kate fix, head over to katenix.com/join and become a patron. There's lots of additional demos and B-sides and MP3s, as well as lyric sheets and behind the scenes videos, behind the scenes photos of things I'm working on in general, all sorts of stuff. And when we reach 150 patrons, I will be doing an EP of covers of my patrons' choosing. So I'm going to be recording 5 covers that get chosen by the patrons at once we reach 150. And right now we are at 90. So I believe we can reach it at least this calendar year, maybe even before quarantine ends. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But if you haven't had the chance to yet, or if you've been on the fence, there is no better time than the present. It is $2 at the lowest tier, and that gets you access to all the behind the scenes MP3s, early cuts of the podcast that I do with my husband, Bump and Grind, which we are planning an episode soon. Just had to kind of get some other things in order and whatnot, get everything balanced. So, there's that. And if you really had a good time tonight, and honestly, I feel like I killed it. I think I did a great job. I feel like I was really nailing it tonight, and I think I deserve some tips if you have the chance to spare them. So please head over to tipafairy.com if you agree with me that I feel like I did a good job tonight. I feel like I'm doing, that I needed the rest. I think I can only stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Well, there can only be streams from people that I know in my world, from the Mushroom Kingdom, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Quick reminder, for those of you that
don't follow me elsewhere. The Family Friday streams hosted by Brambleline the Fairy are being moved to Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's more information on that. There's more information on that at Brambleline Faye. You can just, if you search Brambleline on any of the socials, you'll find her, and she'll be posting more about when the family streams are. Right now, I think the name of the Saturday show is going to be Live from the Mushroom Kingdom, just currently as that's the current thing, perhaps. But I'll ask Bram. She is just as indecisive as I am. I know that there's going to be Adventures in Fairydelphia at the suggestion of Henry Higgins. Right now, Live from the Mushroom Kingdom is the current, like, top tier, but Sing Along Saturday was definitely, it's going to be like Sing Along Saturday Live from the Mushroom Kingdom. Like, it is Sing Along Saturday, but I think the show is going to be titled Live from the Mushroom Kingdom. Again, I'll have to talk to Bram about it. She hasn't decided yet. So, and she's going to be using the same tip jar as I am, which is why I wanted to make one that made sense for both of us. So, it is the last song of the night. After this, I will be saying goodbye. I hope that you like the new setup. I think the backdrop looks awesome. I think I did great. I think it was overall one of my better streams tonight, to be perfectly 100% honest, which I try to be most times. So I hope that you enjoyed it too. I hope that you like the way things have changed around here. I hope that you see the difference between no Stream Deck Kate and Stream Deck Kate. Thank you, Meryl Stream, to my new assistant. I think it made things a lot easier, and it gives me a lot more possibilities. I'm super excited to bring this technology with me as I make more stuff. There's definitely things in the works. Bram has also told me that she has lots of plans for Mushroom Kingdom streams. So, our final song. There we go. Woke up crying out in pain, taking the Lord's name in vain. Went to the doctor, he said no, I can't see it, it's not so. You're just thinking so damn hard. Pretty plain, yes, see it does. Take a rest, you will subside. He thinks that I'm telling lies, I can't see it in his eyes. Ooh, she's just crying wolf. She's just crying wolf. Ooh, she's just crying wolf. She's just crying wolf. She might be sick, but I say it's sicker. Why smoke grass when you got liquor? Why drink gin when whiskey's sweeter? Why pay Paul when you still owe Peter? Why say red when you mean gray? Why say go when you mean stay? Why purr when you wanna growl? Why wait, sister, do it now, bear your teeth and howl. Ooh,
but they don't believe. Can I heal what I can't see? Wounded, but I do not bleed. Can I heal what I can't see? Wounded, but they don't believe. Can I heal what I can't see? She's just crying, whoa. 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 All right, my friends, my lodestars, it is time for me to go find food, seek sustenance, perhaps cuddle a chonky boy, maybe kiss my husband, take some lipstick off and kiss my husband, and otherwise head to bed. I hope that I've been able to entertain you tonight, and I hope that I deserve the privilege of spending time with you this evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for supporting my music in whatever way you do, and thank you for otherwise, just being here. I'm real grateful that you chose to hang out, and I'm sure I'll see some of you at the replay tomorrow. For those of you that don't know, every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, I do a replay across all my channels of the Lullaby Lounge the night before, in case there are people who couldn't make it and still want to hang out with the rest of the Lodestars in the Catriarchy. So, if you are one of those people, I'll see you here, wherever you're watching, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. And otherwise, I will see the rest of you next week. And my good friend Brambeline the Fairy will see you Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard on her Facebook page or on here on Twitch and YouTube. So long, farewell, I bid you a good night. Adieu, adieu, to ya and ya and ya. Do diddly do 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 diddly do do. Please like, and subscribe.
We can't guarantee it's worth it. You don't know if you don't try before. We say goodbye. There is one more little thing to help us out if you don't mind. To show us you really care, give this video a share. And though we are sad to watch you go, we'll see you in the comments down below.
I like singing with you, Kate.
I like singing with you too, Moxie.